here we are, seeding a food plot. I wasn't thinking earlier today, and I should have videotaped the mowing, videotaped our turning it over, and I didn't think about it. This particular food plot had a huge ground hornet's nest, and Scott took care of that with the tractor. Deer Creek Seed used to make this product called All Season that did really, really well for us up here in northern Wisconsin. It was our favorite. We've tried all the mixes. I have to say that was probably the best mix we had for northern Wisconsin. And it was great. Now I used to get it shipped to the house and everything else. Now we just use forage radish, turnip, rutabaga, and oats. Mix it together and plant it out. This one we had to pull a weed called horseweed. It was in the entire food plot. It's an invasive weed, spreads like dandelion. Super, super weak roots, just, system. You pull it right up, comes right out. No work at all in pulling it out. The other plant we had to pull out a lot of in one of the food plants today, Raymond and I pulled it out by hand this morning, is mullein. Of course, I don't see any because we spent a lot of time getting rid of it. It's a big, tall plant. Oh, here's one. I can show you. This stuff. This is mullein. It has a flower. It's really tall. It is taller than me, and I am 5'3". So, but like if you pull it out, it pulls right out. See the roots? It dies. The seeds are kind of like lilies. So the seeds go in these. I don't know if I can. Like they'll hang up in the leaves. Oh, there's one. And then they drop like lilies to spread. They're real soft and fuzzy, but they choke out your targeted seed. Coming out. I don't know if I can. And see how it spreads out. Shoots out of there good ways, 4 to 6 feet, maybe a little more. He goes over it back and forth a few times. As he does that, the tractor wheels push the seed down into the dirt. They fall into the furrows. You know we always overseed. We know we're gonna lose some to the turkey. I should have videotaped those earlier today too. I just wasn't thinking about using the phone. Doesn't take long to seed. There's the stand. This is an awesome stand. Looks really thick, but when the leaves come off, it's a heck of a view. It looks back out through that opening back there. It's kind of open, and when the leaves are all off, it's really a nice view. Then you'll see all our dead jack pine from the porcupine. Like those? Yeah, he's made his way through. There's a few left. We honestly should take them out and burn them, but we haven't. Built a garage instead, so maybe this winter. This is what the ground will look like. All you see are the oats. Oh, you see a couple. You'll see some a little fertilizer. Those are the little white. If you see any red, that's radish. Most of that got compacted in already. Works pretty well though, this cedar. This is a king cutter cedar. We used to have one that pulled behind the ATV before we bought the tractor. And I have to say, we bought this off Craigslist from a guy. I think we got it $200 maybe? I don't know. We got a hell of a deal on it. It's worked really well. Still raining seeds. So I mix all the seeds before we put them in the hopper. He doesn't do like one batch of seeds and another batch of seeds. And if you look, let me go out in the middle here. I'm trying to see if I can find an area that he hasn't. The clover seed, well, the radish and the rutabaga seeds are round, and they fall in into all the grooves from. You'll see it's getting all flat. You can see where the grooves kind of were. See the furrows. And they'll fall in there. It comes in nice and thick though. Helps space them out. So it'll be all mixed together. The deer up here and the turkey really like the oats. They don't mess with them while they're growing, which is nice. And they help provide cover for the short stuff, like all the greens, you know, the other stuff to come up. I always want to say clover, but we didn't do clover in this field. Deer come out and get lots of nutrition. Seed's getting lower because it's getting skinnier. Sprays it out nice though. This food plot does not need much fertilizer. I know. This food plot has mill dirt in it. So you get this mill dirt and it's really greasy when you get it, like oily greasy. And then you let it sit for a year or two in a big pile. And then like the second or third, well, depends. It was hard to spread with after 1 year. Should have let it sit 2 years. But it added a lot of nutrients, so we rarely need to add fertilizer to this food plot. Probably could get some more. Stuff was great. All right. Wave goodbye. Now look at that. Start to finish, 10 minutes and 23 seconds.